together. Basically took our first steps near each other. We had our first loves together. We had our first breakups together. We went through the best of times, we've gone through the worst of times, you know? And he's the best friend anybody could ask for. Nobody knows me better than him and vice versa. With that being said, I'm going to tell you two stories tonight. We also went to high school together, to add to the list, by the way. So we were in high school. Cal was a senior, I was a junior. So he got his license before me. So every day after school, after class, he would, take me home or whatever. So if it was raining hard enough, though, instead of making a right to go home, he would make a left and go to this bus stop where this puddle used to form. Right in front of everybody waiting for the bus. And he used to think it was hysterical. Let me tell you something. Back then, there was no anti-lock brakes, there was no ABS, none of that. Anybody ever drove with a Classi, they're scary to drive with to begin with, you know that. Okay, let's get that straight. So anyhow, he would peek around the corner in his car and see the people waiting there. Make sure the coast was clear, and just when the time was right, he'd hit the gas and send a tsunami wave and ruin all these people's days. It went on for an entire year, every time it rained. So one day, he picks me up after school, it's raining out. I know exactly where we're going, makes the left instead of the right. He comes to the corner, right? He peeks around the corner. Just as he starts going, now people wisened up, he was notorious. They knew the white car. They seen him, they scattered. Half of the people ran away, they knew what was about to happen. So the people who stayed there anyway, they stood their ground. Cal soaked them, and he had a big satisfied face, he was all satisfied as he pulled around the corner. He lit up a cigarette and gave his Classi laugh. So he's got the cigarette in his hand with a big smile on his face, and as karma would have it, a car comes around the corner and sends about 50 gallons of water through his window, hits him in the head, puts his hand to the side, his cigarette is out, through the water, and he's sitting there frozen like this. That was the last time we ever went to that puddle, I'll tell you that. So anyhow, around the same time, that was a long time, it was 15 years ago, a very wise man said to me something that was one of the truest words I ever heard. He goes, you see all these so-called friends you got right now? He goes, 15 years from now, you'll be able to count your true friends on one hand. That was my Uncle Peter sitting over there, one of the wisest things he ever said to me. And that's true. My second story now is more recent. This is 4 months ago. Cal invited me over his house for dinner one night. So anybody knows Cal, he's a big cook, he's got all these pots and pans and all this stuff, So I go by his house, he's got one of those big wooden, what do you call those wooden salad bowls? Those big wooden salad bowls?
Bamboo.
Oh, wooden salad bowl, that's what it's called, okay. Wooden salad bowl, I got that straight, thank you. So anyway, I walk in the house, he's got the salad bowl on the middle of his table, and it's filled up with what I thought was potpourri. Potpourri, am I saying that right?
Potpourri!
Potpourri, okay. Thank you for that. Thank you. So anyhow, I said, Cal, that's nice. That's a thing of potpourri. He goes, I want you guys to listen to this.
Oh, okay.
So he turns to me, he says, no, that's not potpourri. He goes, those are rose petals. I said, rose petals? I go, where did you know those rose petals? He goes, well, I buy my girl flowers all the time. When I buy flowers and the roses, the petals die, I put them inside the bowl. When I tell you something, this bowl was like a 15-gallon bowl filled to the top for roses, okay? And I told me, you know how many times this guy bought flowers for his girl? You have any idea? Every single day. For what, a month? Once a week for a month. How many girls in this room can name a guy who's bought them flowers every week for every single week for months? Not too many, and if you could, you got yourself a good man. Now the reason why I tell these two stories after each other is this. I mentioned karma in the first story. Karma is very much like a yin-yang. You know what? When you drive around splashing people with puddles, eventually you get 50 gallons of water in your car. That's what happens. That's what happens. But you know what? When you put all your time and devotion into your woman, into your life, the way this guy does, it comes back tenfold. And that's the kind of guy that Cal is. He will do the world for his woman, his family, and no doubt his child. I know he's got the best things in the world coming to him, this guy. I love him to death. I wouldn't be surprised if one day his son or daughter, God bless, ends up being the President of the United States because that's how much attention he pays to his family.
Woo! President Classi!
I love these two. Let me finish off by saying this. Cal, I've known you for 30 years. I love you to death. You know that. I love you so much. Maricela, I've known you for as long as I know Cal. And I mean, as long as you know Cal, I apologize. But anyhow, from this point on, I'm going to know you for the rest of my life and call you cousin. I've never seen anybody happier than this couple right here. I love them.